I am live. It says I'm live. Let's try and we had this problem last week, right? Where my camera in like QuickTime or whatever looks like one thing, but when I get here, it's another. How are you guys? All right, I need to say hello. I should have. Karen says, go pee, Mary. Well, wait, I should have, right? I should have done that, but no. What is wrong with this camera? It looks like it's pointing down. Okay. Hello, Ashley-in. Let's see, Ashley-in. Ashley-in. Let's me back up here so I can say hello to the room. Dee, hello, Dee. And Connie, thank you for being my moderators. Kim, Roseanne, Kim, or did I say Kimberly? Kimberly, Cindy, Connie and Dee, of course, Roseanne, Julie, and Cindy. Have I got everybody that's in here? Lisa, Andrea, Karen, did I say Karen already? And Emily is here. Hi guys, look at this horrible. So before I came on live, this is bugging me. I got to fix this. Before I came on here, I was like drinking tea, and it bugs me when I'm like not right in the center of this thing. I was drinking tea, right? And what the heck? I don't know what it is with this cup, but first I dribbled it on me. Dang it. You know how you're going to get like a tear stain right on your face so I get that all cleaned up and fixed. And then I did this 3 times. I cleaned it up and dribbled all over myself 3 times. Hello, Maureen, Rebecca, Teresa, and Maria. So, how stir crazy are you guys now? You guys, I don't get out much. You guys know that, right? So I did the other day, though. The other night I escaped, right? Hi, Lori and Lan. Normally, my normal life is like this. Normally, I will order ClickList if I need groceries. The only place I can think of off the top of my head that I actually really go to is Ulta and Sephora. That's usually I go to Sephora so that I can get samples, or I can see, and Ulta too, to get, well, not samples, but to see the product in person and be able to, see if I want to buy it or not. And then, of course, the grocery store, I use ClickList most of the time. So hi, Robin and Renee and Kay Burley and Daisy. I normally just order ClickList, but ClickList is like out 2 weeks at Kroger here. And that sounded like I was putting a period at the end of every word, didn't it? Uh-oh. Emily says that she has lost her mind at Sephora, evidently. I've lost my mind online too. I normally do the shopping online. I don't know why this made me go crazy, but I just can't get over how much I miss just like making a run to the bank or something, Anyway, so the other night, I just really had this craving for ice cream. I just had to have it. And so I'm like, all right, I'll go to the grocery store. But I know the grocery stores around here are closing early. So anyway, I haven't driven my car in a long time was the issue. I need to get out there, fill it up with gas, and blow it, or, drive it, So that's when I discovered that I've really only been out to Kroger. That's the only place I've gone is Kroger. So, because we're on this lockdown, we're not supposed to be out anywhere. So, go to Kroger to the ClickList, run in Kroger, which is strange because you were in there and like everybody's like trying to get away from each other and stuff. So, and they're limiting how many people can come in at once. So, Cindy lost her mind at BK Beauty, Amazon, and Sephora. It drives me crazy. I can't have everything I want. I mean, really, I should be able to have everything I want. Anyway, so, oh, it snowed. Kelly says it snowed yesterday and last night. Where are you? Kelly is, I don't see where Kelly's from. Oh, hello, Granny Makeup and Skincare After 60. So as I scroll up, I see that I've missed other people coming in. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. Anyway, so I decide I'm going to go out. And another thing was my car stopped, the sink stopped working, right? So it was driving me crazy. I'm one of these people who buys a car for the stereo. When I was a kid, yeah, I'll come back to that if I remember, but I wanted to talk about the ghost town that's outside. So, I mean, I guess I knew that everyone was at home and that you just have to see it. It's just eerie at night. It's eerie during the day, but it's eerie at night to go out and you can like go 70 miles an hour down US 31. No, I did not do that. There's just no one out there, and the stores, you know, the grocery stores I'm talking about, of course the other stores are closed. But anyway, I didn't end up going in the grocery store because I farted around too long and they closed. So I went to, where'd I go? I went to McDonald's through the drive up and asked for an ice cream cone. And they said, we're not doing ice cream cones now. What do you mean you're not doing ice cream cones now? Ashley N says, I live north of New York State and it's sunny here today. I don't even know what it is here today. Let me see. What's the temperature outside?
It's 45 degrees outside.
Okay. It's fairly sunny outside. 45. Not too bad. Anyway, so I go to the grocery store. There's really, you know, it's time to close. I wanted my Halo ice cream first, but so I thought, all right, I'll go to McDonald's. They told me they weren't doing ice cream now. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just go down the road a little bit. There's a Dairy Queen down there. So I go down there, that's closed, but the Culver's is open. And I thought, no, I just really want an ice cream cone, just a little ice cream cone. So I take off and I go the other way, drive all the way down to where the other Dairy Queen is. I get down there, they're closed. And all the businesses along the side of the road, they're all closed. And I'm like, it's just eerie. There's no one out here. There's nothing wrong as far as I'm concerned with going for a drive. People aren't even going for a drive. So anyway, I went back and forth for like an hour, going back and forth up and down the road. Because I didn't want to go home, because I'm so tired of being in the house. I didn't want to go home. So I just kept driving up and down the road with no one in the ghost town. No one is even driving. I mean, I don't get it. Can we not drive? We're allowed to drive, right? I had to get out of the house. And I discovered that sink was broke on the car. So you know, the button that you push, all the other buttons on the steering wheel. There's all these buttons, right? There's a speaker button where you talk, and then there's like the phone button, and there's all the buttons on the steering wheel work, except for the one that you push to say Bluetooth audio, which I'm getting kind of used to my son's car. My son's car, it just does everything automatic. His car, like you don't even have to turn on the lights. It just knows that you need lights on, so it turns it on for you. And that is a pain in the butt when you're going down the road without your lights on because you're not used to turning them on anymore. I'm going to back up here and see what people are saying because people are talking and I don't like it when I ignore the room. Okay, still talking about the snow. Lan says, my friend drives for UPS and sent me a pic, Bronx, New York. The street was deserted. Yeah, I've seen New York, like Times Square on the news, and think, wow, which is good. Everybody's staying in like they're supposed to. It's just weird seeing it like that. Lisa says, that is one blessing during this. Stores are easy to get in and out of, and traffic is very light. That is true. I had to go out last night and get something at Kroger, and I just wanted this one thing. And I was so scared, that I'm going to run into a bunch of people. I purposefully went toward closing time so I wouldn't. And I really didn't run into hardly anybody at all. But the people I did run into, I saw one girl there without a mask. It was me. No, I'm just kidding. I had a mask on, of course. But I was like, really? You're supposed to be wearing a mask. If everybody would wear their mask of some kind, make a little bandana mask or something. It's not to protect you from corona. It's to, if everybody had on their mask, maybe it would stop spreading. Anyway, so when I went in the store, everyone was like running away from each other. Oh my gosh, here comes somebody, run, hide. That's how I felt anyway. Okay, so Teresa said, where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Okay. Connie says, I don't wear a mask. Okay. The reason that we're supposed to be wearing a mask is it doesn't protect you from corona, but it protects the other people from you. So if everyone wears a mask, then, right? Keeps your germs to yourself. So if everybody's having on a mask, I think it should be required to wear a mask. Not in your house. I don't think that you should, unless you're sick. I don't think you should have to wear a mask in the house unless you're sick. But when you go out, I think everyone should be required to wear a mask. Okay, so Dee thinks that the mask thing is overdone, in her opinion. Sorry, I just flashed back to an episode of The Good Wife. The judge, do you guys ever watch The Good Wife? My nose is running now. You guys ever watch The Good Wife? And there's that judge on there where you're supposed to say, after everything that the lawyers say, they have to say, in my opinion. In my opinion. That's where I went. Because I'm rewatching The Good Wife. Karen thinks that masks have become a fashion statement for some people. I've seen some cute ones. Here's something funny. So, I don't know why my nose is running. Here's something funny. So I was talking to Shy Guy the other day, and somebody asked me to do, I don't remember who it was. Somebody asked me to do a COVID, no, was it a COVID-19? No, a Corona. They said a Corona, get ready with me. And naturally my mind went to the beer. Because in the middle of all of this, why would you associate Corona with anything other than a beer? Right? But anyway, so I was like, what? What's a Corona, get ready with me? She was like, well, because you have to wear a mask all the time. How she has to wear a mask at work all day long. What can she do makeup wise, right? So I was telling him this. And I said, I would almost be inclined to just do my eyes and my eyebrows. And if I had to wear it all day long, I would just probably put on the mask and I would do my eyes and eyebrows and that'd be it. I wouldn't do anything else if I couldn't take off the mask. What's the point? And he said, well, you could put lipstick on the outside of the mask. And I thought, oh, all right, that would be kind of cute, right? If you did this, get ready with it, and then you put on your lipstick, and then you turned your mask over to the outside, kissed it, turned it back around, put it on, so you would have lips on the outside of your mask. Okay, so, oh no, wait a minute. I got to see what led to that. Julie says, I had to go to the doctor last week. There was nobody there except for the doctor and one person at the front desk. It was eerie. Yeah, I bet it was. When I had to go to the doctor and pick up antibiotics and new test strips, and I called him on Friday. No, I called him on Thursday. Asked him to have it ready and up front for me. And then the next day, I was in the parking lot at 6:30 in the morning waiting. Till they opened, went in, got it. So I saw one person, the nurse at the front desk. So Connie says, I offered a Corona to the UPS man. I bet no one wants to buy that beer when we were trying to escape. Have you ever had Corona Beer? I don't like it, or I didn't like it. I had it a long time ago. I think 94, I had a Corona Beer. I didn't like it. Cindy says, I have seen a lot of people just doing their eyes and brows now. I mean, if you have on a mask, if you're required, I don't even have it in here because why would I? In case my camera catches Corona. I don't even have Corona. No. In case my camera needs, my camera needs this Kleenex. Yeah, that was stupid. I wish I could cut that out. Why did I just do that? Jean says, sorry, mask that you don't sew. Well, yeah, I don't. I hot glue and staple and tape things. And that was long before all of this. There's a reason why I'm called the tape queen. Actually, there's also another reason why I'm called the tape queen. When I worked at the hospital, I taped like everything. People. I would tape people into position. If they need a little help from their friends. Okay, let me see here. Back up. Karen says, I saw a video of someone doing that, eyes only. Oh, really? Somebody actually did this video? Okay. Teresa says, Connie, Jesus also gives us a boat and oars, but we don't use those boat oars. We're going nowhere. LOL. Okay, obviously that's a conversation that Teresa and Dee are having. I don't know. That reminds me of a joke. All right, anyway, there are patterns for masks that you don't see. Look on YouTube. Yeah, there's a ton. Every time I get on YouTube, there's right in my face is a YouTube video on how to make a mask. It's the new reality. Oh my gosh, I hope not. I hope not. I don't want this to be the new reality. But, sure, everything's hinging on what I want. Emily says, I work from home and I still put on a full face of makeup for the fun of it. Obviously, I do too. In fact, in one of my test videos that I was making, when I got done, I was like, okay, I'm all ready to go lay on the couch now, watch TV, because that's about the extent of it. It just makes me feel better to put on makeup. And, Ashley Ann says, I haven't worn makeup since work closed. Well, you kind of could conserve your makeup this way, right? And I do understand getting to a point where you're like, why bother? I do understand getting to a point where you're kind of a little, I don't want to say depressed, but get yourself to the point where why bother? Right? Roseanne says, I'm hearing impaired, so the mask world frustrates me. Yeah, I've had to pull the mask up to talk to the deli girl at Kroger, and I think, what? We need a better system for this, because what's the point of me wearing this mask if I'm going to remove it to talk to you? Cindy says, I wear a full face of makeup at least 5 days a week to do laundry. It's for me. I agree. Lord knows it's not for Shy Guy. I mean, he could care less. This is actually a good thing too, but he could care less. It doesn't matter to him if I've got a full face of makeup on or I have absolutely nothing on and my hair is just slicked back because it's too long to do anything with. He doesn't care. He just loves me and he doesn't care about that. So that's a good thing. But, when you get all decked out, you kind of want somebody to tell you it looks good, right? Or I do anyway. Good thing you guys do. I'm just kidding. But, I would like it if sometimes he noticed that, boy, you have on that eyeshadow, that blue eyeshadow sure is, no, I can count the times he said something about my eyeshadow or my makeup or something, He noticed that one Sydney Grace eyeshadow. What was it? Is it Chameleonaire? I think it might be Chameleonaire that changes from blue to green. Okay, let's see here. Ashley Ann says, I was hoping not using it would clear up my skin, but no, the acne is getting more hormone based. I'm sorry about that. Speaking of, can you guys see that? You know what that is? Remember a couple of weeks ago I told you about that milia that was there? Well, last night I attacked it with the label, and I'm like, going at it. This morning I woke up and there was like, it's on the surface. So of course I had to pick at it. And I'm having a hard time covering it up. Judy says, I finally got tax season over for now. So I have a few days off. So I'm enjoying no makeup and a ponytail and a ball cap. I look stupid in a ball cap now. Maybe since I've got this little flippy stuff going on now, it looks better. But when my hair is shorter and I put on a ball cap, I think I look really stupid. I'm getting rid of this over here. I was going through my Netflix queue. Oh, you guys could help me sort things out and put things in, couldn't you? You could. I could tell you what's in my Netflix queue. Teresa says, I am really working on, thank you, Granny. She said that I look beautiful. I'm a beautiful mess. Thank you. Teresa says, I'm really working on skincare while at home. And Christina says, same here. Glad hubby loves me. Doesn't care if I get dressed up, but nice if he notices. Yeah, it would be nice if, I dare not say the things that this man says. It's like he has no filter and he can't figure out that what he's saying is wrong. And he's so notorious for this. My family has made a running joke. There's one running joke in the family. It's with those arms. Have I told you guys that before? With those arms. This is the kind of thing he does. But that one is notorious in the family. Kay Burley Storm says, my husband of 20 years finally sees my gray hair for the first time. He said, damn, you're old. You know what Shy Guy said? When I came out as gray, you know what he said? At least no one's going to think that you are my daughter anymore. There's a story with that. I mean, he had to go to the ER, and me, him, and his mother were in the room together. And the doctor came in and thought that she was talking to him and his mother. And it was kind of getting on my nerves because I'm his wife. Yeah. He was like treating her as if, So anyway, I don't remember what was said, but I said, I'm his wife. And he looked around and he said, I'm so sorry. I thought you were their daughter. He thought that my mother-in-law and my husband were married and I was their kid. Okay. And that wasn't the first time that ever happened. So, because he has a lot of gray and well, he's not a vain man. He doesn't use hairspray. He doesn't, I've told him before, I got some stuff that will help you with your wrinkles if you want. He's like, no, he doesn't care. Looks aren't important at all. So that happened. Yeah. But but he didn't say that I was old. He just said, now nobody's going to confuse you. And I said, well, I don't know about that because my hairdresser told me that there's a lot of 20-year-olds that come in there trying to get this. So, but we do look like we belong together more now. And skincare. So Daisy says skincare is important while in quarantine. Skincare is important all the time, I think, if you want to get results. And Cindy says, I understand that Mary, my husband, is oblivious about my makeup most of the time. Yeah, I need to remember that we are on a little delay here. So you guys are talking about something, and I've like totally ran on to something else because that's what I do. I verbally throw up all over the place. And then and be like, running for mayor. So yes, skincare is important while in quarantine. And yeah, so that the story about the arms is this happened a long time ago. This happened, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long ago this happened. But what happened was we were getting ready to go. Well, it happened before we had Thanksgiving here at my house. We were still having it at my mom's. So I was getting ready to go. And what I was going to wear was this corduroy pantsuit, sort of. It was a jacket that was a corduroy, pants that matched. And then I had on a shell under it, so sleeveless. And I'm running around the house trying to get things ready. As usual, everyone else is watching the Macy's parade, but not me. No, I never get to watch. I've never got to watch that stupid parade. And so I'm running around between my room and, you know, at that time, my job was to bring, I think, the mac and cheese. So I'm in there like doing my hair, and I'm hot. So I just have on the corduroy pants and the shell, and my big fat arms are sticking out of the shell. Of course, that's why you wear the jacket. Right? And I'm going around, and it kind of makes me mad because I've been doing my makeup and hair, and I feel like just this one day I was just really upset that, you know, I tell him all the time, you look nice or whatever. Excuse me, he never says that to me. So I said, no, I didn't say anything yet. I didn't say anything to him yet. I was just running around kind of miffed that he hadn't noticed that I'd done something different with my hair. So I'm going round and around the house doing all this stuff. And I walked by and he said, is that what you're going to wear? What man doesn't know? All right. So I'm like, yeah, why? And the way I'm looking at him, I know what he's going to say. Okay. But the way I'm looking at him should tell him something. And then you add in there, yeah, why? That's kind of a verbal warning, right? Shots fired. He goes, well, okay, says, is that what you're going to wear? And I said, yeah, why? And he goes, with those arms? Ooh, right? Psst, burn. And I'm like, there's a jacket that goes over it. Why? Go ahead. Tell me my arms are fat. So, and ever since then, of course, I went and told everyone that this happened. So, and I'm telling you guys now. So then now, every single year, it's like whenever we get together on Thanksgiving, somebody says, with those arms? Is that what you're going to wear? With those arms? Let me scroll up here a second because you guys are talking and I'm missing it because I'm running my mouth. All right. I want to see why everyone's laughing. There's emojis in the room and I want to know why. La, 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 la. So I need to go up quite a bit. Oh, Julie says, I had a new great grandbaby born right before the shutdown. I've only held her once. I do FaceTime with her, but I'm afraid that, yeah, well, the good news is my grandchildren that are in Virginia, I miss touching, holding, kissing on them, but they absolutely know who I am. And they're all the time, they'll come running. So they, for the most part, have grown up with me on FaceTime or Skype. So the good news is if you constantly do it, they will remember you. They'll know who you are. When you do see them, they'll come running and scream. Well, for me, it's Momo. You know, they have come running at me and Momo, Momo. So they know who you are. But you miss that touching, that loving, that squeezing and kissing. You miss all of that. Kisses on FaceTime just aren't the same. You tell me. Here. How'd that feel? That feel good? All right. So then Teresa says, I'm a retired dog groomer. I cut my husband's hair the other night. Came out great, but he would not stop barking. Tried to hump my leg. You got to see humor in this, right? Your husband's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Kelly says, I have extremely dry skin, so I have to slather the moisture on or else. And I think, yes, everybody is laughing about what Teresa said. And I can see that. I thought it was funny too. Karen says, Mary, your skin is so gorgeous. No one would mistake you for an old lady, no matter what color your hair is. Well, thank you, Karen. I appreciate you saying that. My son said that to me the other day because I was saying, maybe I can get a senior discount because he's like, Mom, your face doesn't look like a senior. So, but he's my son. So thank you. Connie says, Mary, have a good hair product that you would recommend. Oh my goodness. Well, I have a few that I like. Let me see what everybody's saying and I'll come back to that. Lori said, I'm trying to groom my Maltese poo. Oh, you have a Maltese poo? Give it to me. I want that doggy, Lori. Please, please. Here, I'll do the Puss in Boots. Please, please. Give me the animal. That didn't, I need something to make my eyes real big. Maureen says, at 70, I do makeup and hair daily for me. And I think it just makes you feel better, don't you? Virginia says, late, but I made it. I love you, Mary. I love you too, Virginia. Thank you. Emily wants to know if I have any pets. Just Shy Guy. I want a Maltese puppy, but I'll probably never get it because no, he says, no, we're not getting a dog. And I don't want a cat. As much as I like to be a cat, I've had cats. I don't want another one. Teresa says, oh no, Mary, that is a smack upside the head moment. Where am I in this? Laurie says, I'll never have grandchildren. My 2 kids swore off having kids. Well, I understand that. I think that though, if you feel like that you don't have it in you to have, and they could change their mind, Laurie, they absolutely could change their mind. But if you know and you have it inside you to know that you wouldn't be a good parent for some reason, or that you just don't want kids, then don't have them because, I just think that you'd be a far better parent if you actually wanted to have the children. And I don't think that I never pressured any of my kids. I never, as much as I like it, I don't want to pressure them to have kids. And I'm not saying you are, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay. So Emily says, oh, Laurie, I know someone who swore off kids and ended up having one. So don't lose hope. Yeah. I mean, I know I have a cousin who swore for all the time until she was like 40, that she was never having children, never having kids. And then she changed her mind. So maybe after they've lived what they consider to be everything that they want to do, they'll have kids. All right. And Kay Burley says, have you ever tried Tweaked from QVC? I like it. It smells great. I don't know what Tweaked is. And Teresa says, Laurie, I may have the same predicament. I do have a grand cat. Okay, so the hair products, I'm still using the same hair products that I always was. I have added or tried and playing around with Velcro rollers because I don't want to add heat to my hair because I'm scared. I saw this video on YouTube and, logically, probably nothing would happen. But I saw this girl take a flat iron on YouTube, and she had spent all these months growing out her gray. And then she took on a video while she was doing a get ready with me, she took this hot iron or flat iron and she went through her hair and it just changed colors. And I went, then it ruined her hair. She tried everything to get it out and it just ruined it. She ended up having to color her hair after all that time. And I'm like, so I'm scared of heat on my hair. So then playing around with Velcro rollers because it is getting so long that I can't. And this, look at this. It's like going like that. But no matter what I put on it, it won't stay down. Yesterday, I got desperate. I took a pair of scissors and whacked off about a ½ inch off of it. And it's still, I don't want to get it to the point where Kelly will be like, what did you do? But so I'm probably wearing a bandana a lot in the future if we don't get to go get our hair cut soon. But the products I use are primarily, are we talking washing your hair, cleaning them, serums like that? Or are we talking products for styling? Because it's different. Emily says, I never had kids, but I have 2 cats that are my princesses. No comparison, I know, but at least I get to spoil it. You know what? I used to have these 2 kittens, and well, they grew up to be cats. Hello. But when they were kittens, they were adorable. Okay. But then I don't know why they were named Sugar and Spice, and they were backward. Okay. Spice was more of a sugar, and sugar was more of a spice. Those cats, I tell you, the things they would do. And I would go to work and tell stories of these cats and what they did, and keep everybody entertained for hours over these cat stories. Just the crap those cats did. Cindy says, my hair is so long on top, it is now flat on my head. Yeah, that's the problem that I'm having with my hair. Now, here, I'll tell you what might help you get a little bit of lift on there is the powders, the powder plays. Big Sexy Hair, Got to Be. I'm currently using Got to Be, but either of those 2, and there are other brands that make these powder plays. And you get that in there and just rough it up and it will stand up. Also, be very, very careful with this, but Got to Be makes a gel called Freeze. I see it every day. My son has taken to taking this out of my room and using it because he's doing a handlebar mustache. And this stuff, I told him, I go, you want something that'll hold that? Here, use this. It ain't coming out once you put that in there. So they also make a spray called Freeze. And if you hold your hair up and go right at the root and spray it, it'll stand up. Don't run a comb through it after that because you'll tear your hair out of your head. Hello, Jeannie. Jeannie, I didn't see you come in. Jeannie says, I was considering growing out my hair, but wasn't sure. Now I don't have a choice. Yeah. Wait a minute. Why is Judy saying, sorry, so sorry, Joan? I have to go up and see why. I don't see it. Teresa says, LOL, Mary, Sugar and Spice. Were they male and female? Yes. And it was backwards. Okay. So you would think that Sugar would have been the female, or that's what people told me anyway, but it was the opposite. Hi, Michelle. How are you? And there is Melissa. Hello, Melissa. Do you guys know Melissa? I make Mel's Makeup Mayhem. She sells perfume now. If you guys are in the want for some perfume, Melissa can get it for you. Teresa says, hi, sweetie. I finally made it. Oh, hi there, Sherry. I was reading Sherry's comment and thinking it was someone else. Hi, Sherry. How are you? I follow you and thought it was you. Wait a minute. I am really missing here what's going on between Judy and Joan. I guess I'll catch it on the replay. Joan had to put her, what? Oh no, that's what she's talking about. She had to put her Maltese down yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Joan. That's terrible. I'm so sorry for you. Let's see here. Cindy, Get This Glowing is another one of my favorite influencers. Yes, Jeannie has a channel too. And Michelle, Cinnamon Girl Beauty, Get This Glowing. Both of those channels are really good. Do I see anybody else in here who has a channel? So that's... Oh, Rebecca says to give me a thumbs up. Yes, thank you. What am I doing? What? Give me a thumbs up, please. Because there's 65 of you in here, but I've only got 29 thumbs ups. Needing me some more thumbs up. Yes, Teresa. Melissa sells perfume. She can get you some perfume that you might want. Terry, Bruce Mason, which is Terry, says, hi, I missed the beginning. That's okay. That's okay. You can also watch it on the replay if you want. Teresa says, I agree, Joan. They leave a piece of their heart with us and take a piece of our heart with them. If I'm honest, one of the reasons that I don't push having a pet more is because I'm afraid that's going to happen to me. I'm afraid that if I have fears about this Maltese puppy that I want. One fear is, guys, I'm such a klutz. I just know that I would step on it and kill it. I know I would. Or sit on it or roll over it on my chair because I would want it with me everywhere. So I could see it being in here and me like doing a tutorial or whatever, and the dog is like on the floor by the chair, and then I roll over it and kill it. I could see that something weird like that happening to me. I knew somebody who rocked the recliner over a cat. Whoa. Oh, thank you, Granny. Thank you so much. It says, thank you for being you. And like a garacha. I am saying that wrong. Like a garacha. I guess I always will. All right. That was not called for, was it? Jeannie says she can't imagine losing Cricket. No, see, and I'm afraid that I would become so attached to that puppy that if anything happened to it, it would devastate me. So I don't push it. When he says I can't have it, I don't push it. But I have told him before, look, if you happen to proceed and go before me, honey, that will be my new companion. I will get that puppy because you won't be here to stop me. Joan says, if Mary, whoops, it went away. I don't know where it went. Okay. I guess it was retracted. Sorry. Get This Glowing says, oh, Pamela, you're so awesome. And Cinnamon Girl Beauty, that's Michelle, says, I'm allergic to animals. I've never had a pet other than a pet. I've never had a pet. Never had a pet other than a fish. I'm not even good with fish. If you give me a fish and it'll be dead the next morning, I overfeed it. My oldest daughter loved pets to death. She killed a crawdad once because she just loved it to death. I will love it to death. The puppy, Roseanne says, the puppy will learn to move with you. Oh, I would hope so. And I'd probably put it in my bed at night because I did my kids. I was one of those parents who got the kid and put it in the bed. I want to hold it all night. And it was a problem, You'd think I'd learn, but no, I did it every time. I wanted to sleep with the baby. I wish I'd stop saying, It cracks me up. It cracks me. No, it doesn't crack me up. I read a comment that says, you crack me up. And then that went somehow from my brain out my mouth on the comment that I was saying. Does that make sense? Joan says, Mary, you should get a Maltese if she wants one. Her husband will fall in love with it. My husband did. Well, he just, what some of it is that he, I think, wants a basset hound. Is that what the sad looking puppy with the short legs and has the real long ears? Is that a basset hound? And he wants to name it Flash. That's his pretend puppy. His pretend puppy is a basset hound that is named Flash. And I think that was in a Smokey and the Bandit movie, maybe. My pretend puppy is the Maltese, and its name is Glitzy. And it would be Glitzy. He goes, you just want that dog so you can put clothes on it. Guilty. I would put clothes on the Maltese if I had one. I would be that girl that dressed up the dog. No, I wouldn't put mascara on it or anything, but I would put cute clothes on it. Judy misses her boxers, and I'm assuming that's a dog. I'll get my eyelashes stuck on my glasses. Did you see that? Oh, they're so long. They just got stuck on my glasses when I winked. Karen says, my ex tipped over the kitten and broke. Serious, it is hanging up on my glasses. My ex tipped over the kitten and broke the poor thing's leg. Oh my gosh. No. Who tucked their dogs in bed? I can't see it because it's moving up. You like my updated, Michelle says she likes the flowers. Well, everything is kind of getting moved around and changed, working on this camera, this new, not this one, the new camera, trying to get everything right. So things keep getting moved around. And Jeannie says that Cricket has a bigger wardrobe than she does. See, Jeannie dresses her doggy up. Joan says, Mary, it's devastating, but they are worth it. I will always have those memories. And they're okay. I'll tell you what. We had a dog when I was a kid named Fritz. And Fritzy. Wait, that's not why. But we had a dog named Fritz. And it was a German Shepherd. That dog was so smart. That dog. And then we got another one because that dog, Fritz, was so smart, was such a good dog that we got another one that was part collie. He was part collie and part shepherd. So he was kind of a short German Shepherd. Beautiful dog, very smart. I mean, this dog obeyed, right? You could leave the gate open and he would not go out. Even if you took Porterhouse and put it out there in the yard, he wouldn't go out after it. But one day my sister, we left the gate open, and my sister, who's like 10 years younger than me, she went out the gate and he went after her, grabbed her by her diaper and pulled her back in the backyard. That's how smart Fritz was. But anyway, so of course, when he passed, my dad, actually, he was getting old. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. This is for your new puppy. Oh, I'll put a GoFundMe page up so I can buy a Maltese. I'm kidding. But thank you very much. So I wish I quit saying, does it drive you crazy? I wish I could go through like I do in my videos and edit out those words. Now I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, it was before he passed away. He was getting old and Daddy wanted him to thought it might rile him a little bit if he had a playmate. So we got another German Shepherd part collie dog. And that dog's name was Dog. Dog Jones. That was that dog's name. Okay. That dog was the stupidest animal on the planet. That dog was stupid. So stupid. And it would look at you like, but it was so stupid. And when you would go out, like I remember one time I went to go, remember when you could burn trash? Remember when you had a thing in your backyard? Look at my hair. Remember when you had a thing in your back, a trash burner thing, and you would go out there and you would like burn the trash? Remember that? Okay, well, back there with the trash burner thing was where we had to take the garbage until it got taken around for the week out front. And one time it was like really, the snow was so high, comes up to my knees. And I have to go take the trash. This is me. This is me taking out the trash. So I got the trash, and I'm going out there. Oh, Connie, thank you. You guys are so sweet to me. I forgot. I was so stunned. What was I saying? This is one thing when you do this live. On a video, you just sit there for like 10 minutes remembering, going through a panic because you forgot already. You guys ever do that? You ever get panicked when you forget stuff? I do. So anyway, trash. Oh yeah, taking out the trash. Going out there with the trash bag. And here comes Dog. Now Dog had the legs of a German Shepherd and the fur coat of a collie. So Fritz looked like a German Shepherd, except for his legs were short. And Dog Jones was like, his legs were real big. And he was a beautiful dog. But for as beautiful as this dog was, he was stupid. So I go walking out there. I'm trying to hurry up because it's freezing outside. And of course, I don't have on my coat. And I go tromping through the snow to get it. Here he comes, right? His legs are big and long, so he can, like a deer, go through the snow. And he's like, and bam, knocks me over. Now I'm in this snow pile and I can't get up. And he's on me. And I'm like, get off me. Oh, that dog, I tell you what. Dog Jones ran away. Dog Jones, the neighbor boy, he was kind of mean to dogs, period. Not just our dogs. He was mean to dogs, period. But he opened the gate and let Dog Jones out. Dog Jones ran away and never came home again. So that's what happened to Dog Jones. So I've been logged out of Netflix. I was going through and cleaning up my list right before I came live. I guess it decided I'd been sitting there too long. But no, you can play movies all night long. So Emily says, Mary, do you have a PayPal where we could Venmo or PayPal you? What's Venmo? Oh, yeah, I have a PayPal. You'll never guess what it is. glitzyfritzy@gmail.com. Yeah. Everything I have is Glitzy Fritzy. Thank goodness it was a name that, it was pretty easy to get it for everything. Trash burning. Yeah. Hey, I'd pay $20 for a movie. That is so much better. Teresa would pay $20 for a movie. This is so much better. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you. That was a very nice thing to say and do. Maureen says, take out the trash. Okay. Do you guys remember, what did you used to feed your dog? Because we fed our dog stuff that if you fed your dog that today, people would report you to, I don't know who. Do they have like a child abuse thing for dogs and cats? They probably do. Emily says, I ask because YouTube takes 30% of super chats. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair, is it? They're so stingy. Like they're not making enough money. Really? They're going to take out my tips? Oh. Yeah. I do have a PayPal because remember I used to sell jewelry. And it's glitzyfritzy@gmail.com. That's what my PayPal thing is. That's terrible. 30% is a lot, I think. Anyway, so what was I saying? This is where I wish we could actually verbally hear each other. Right? Wouldn't that be great? If we could just, of course, people would be like, shut up. It would be like Cheech and Chong's. Do you guys remember Sister Mary Elephant? Class. Shut up. Thank you. Do you guys remember that skit? First day of summer vacation, I woke up, went down to the drugstore. I am all over the place, aren't I? We need to do a Zoom meeting. Yeah, I don't understand what that is. So, Linda, oh, hello, Linda. She says, guess who bought yesterday a PMG mothership too? Let me guess. You. Okay, you guys know what? I had a mothership. I had the mothership. Which one was it? In my cart. And I kept going back. And I was going to get it. I even had, I think 20. It was at least 15%. I had a coupon code and I passed it over. I went to MAC and I bought this lipstick. And then while I was there, I bought more stuff, and that ate up the money I was going to use for the Pat McGrath palette. So I bought MAC in place of Pat McGrath. I only got so much money. And I also bought this, Don't Bother, okay? I went and bought some Sigma stuff because I really liked the liquid lip that I did the video on. I really liked it, so I went and got a couple more, and I got this blush. I like Sigma blushes a lot, but don't bother with this one. If you are really fair, don't bother with Pet Name. Is that the name of it? Pet Name? Look at this. It is so fair, I can't even see this on my skin. I can't see that on my skin. And it's real dusty. Don't bother with that one. I mean, the other blushes are good, but don't bother with that one. Oh gosh, I should zoom up here and see what people are saying that I'm missing. Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be really cool if we could see each other live. But there would have to be a system, because I remember, do you guys remember one of my first live streams was with, I think, Carol from the Carol Show, Melissa 55, Kristen 321. Seems like there might have been someone other than me in there too. Anyway, what it was happening is it was Google Hangouts, and there was, of course, a delay. So it was switched to the person who's talking, but you don't know that the other person is talking because there's a little delay. And so you have to be very careful. You can all talk over each other and totally, miss anything and everything that's happening. What shade of lipstick is this? Cindy wants to know. This is Mirror. I'll show you if it'll focus. Oh, why is it backwards? Why is this camera backwards? I've never had this camera go backwards before. I don't understand what happened. It's MEHR Mirror, number 6. Honestly, really? Number 608. Number 608. Mirror. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I remember that Merry Crazy Makeup Day. I've already forgot what that was, D. Linda says, I saw your Sigma video, but they still don't convince me with makeup that today arrived 3 Sigma brushes. You know what? You're not the only one to say that. I just had somebody DM me and was saying, really? $49 for a Sigma eyeshadow palette? And I don't get it, because Sigma has good makeup. So I don't understand. And here's the thing. All right, maybe I wouldn't pay $49 for it, but I definitely pay $35. And that's what you would get if you used our family discount. That's a 30% discount. That's more than the Rouge sale ever gets you. And why wouldn't you use that? Not just for brushes, but the eyeshadows are good. So you might not like the color scheme of that palette, the Cor de Rosa. It might be too warm for you, but the shadows themselves are good. So what? Wait a minute. Teresa says porn cut in. What's that? I was born cut in. D says, I'm psyched to go to Target in a little bit. It's been forever. I don't even know if our Target is open. I just can't get over how dead everything looked. I hadn't been out, so I didn't know. Zoom likes to get hacked. I don't even really understand what Zoom is. That's my alarm that says it's noon, but read above the something cutout in Mary. Okay, I got to scroll up here and see what that is. It's, sorry. It's taken me a little bit to see if I can find it. I don't know what that word, I don't know if that word will get me in trouble or not, so I can't say it out loud. But, of course, just saying that is a big alarm. Anyway, so are you guys getting anything in the Sephora sale? I just switched to a white web page, which is Sephora. I don't want to buy from Sephora, and I'm not Rouge, so I don't get 20% anymore. But I noticed in my backup stash that my milk liners are getting, I'm on my last navy, and I've got one more of the CEO. So I did go to Milk's website and look, they're not running a sale. A lot of times, guys, when Sephora runs their VIB sale, they're 20% off, they're 10%. Bye, Michelle. Thank you. Talk to you later. The brands sometimes are offering 25% or at least 20%. They're matching Sephora. So I went to Milk and I looked, and they aren't having a sale on this liner. So I may end up having to purchase a couple of liners anyway from Sephora. I don't want to. I don't get free shipping anymore either because I'm not a Rouge. It feels really weird to not be Rouge. But in all honesty, I haven't really, I think maybe I got one thing from Sephora since November, and that was a free gift. So, okay, not into Sephora, too overpriced, Dee says. Yeah, if you think about it, even though you get 20%, that's not a lot of money unless you're buying something really expensive. So Terry says she's buying the milk liners. I have 3 of them in my cart right now. 2 biz. I want to try the black one. And so I don't know. I really, no. Do they stay put? Oh, yeah, they do. They're creamy. They don't dry out. They stay where you put them. And like, let's say, you just do your tight line and it won't go down to your water line. So I love that. Sherry says, no Sephora order for me, not until Timmer is allowed to work again. Oh, well, heck yeah. The only reason I can buy anything is because Shy Guy is still working. He's at work and he's getting overtime. So Jeannie says, I don't think so because I got the Daria and Natasha Denona on sale. I'm afraid they would pull it off sale. So I got it at 50% off. What? Well, you can't not do that, right? If you want it, you can't not turn that away. Sephora is offering free shipping on order. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you. I will use that when I get the milk liners. So I appreciate that. And Cindy says, I am not Rouge and don't want to be. I have to shop the madness of buying more than I can ever use. I have been going crazy, but also going crazy with camera stuff, which I'm going to have to put up a video shortly, I think, where you guys can tell me, does this camera make a big enough difference to justify all of the money? Because I've got until May, the end of May, to figure that out. And if it's not better than this quality, I'm not going to keep it. And, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. And every time I turn around, it's something else, like I was going to connect it to the MacBook because I can't see in the thing, in the camera, in the little side view window. I can't see with my glasses off, whether or not I'm in focus. So that means I needed to hook it up to my MacBook, set it on the desk so that I can see if I'm in focus or not. Well, that taxes the MacBook, and then the fan comes on and that destroys the audio. So buy a boom for the mic. That don't make a difference. Buy a TV so you can monitor and see yourself. I don't have to worry about this camera. This camera, it's not going in and out. The background, the aperture is fixed at a certain aperture, probably f11, because you can see everything in focus behind me. So, and then I finally do a video, I upload it to YouTube, and YouTube optimizes it. So the texture I was trying to show you doesn't look like the texture did before I uploaded it. And I'm like, no. Anyway, just one thing after another. Such real horrible problems that I'm having right now, right? Dee says, Mary, thank you for these live sessions. I am not on Facebook, so these are so nice. Oh, well, thank you, Dee. I'm not on Facebook either. I can't. If I get on Facebook, it's kind of like I'm going to have to stop looking at TikTok. I've taken to just looking at TikTok in bed at night when I go to sleep, because I will, if I look at that when I wake up, I will be in bed 2 hours later, still on TikTok. Same thing with Facebook and Instagram. I just can't do it. I don't have that kind of time. I don't know how people do have that kind of time. Are there benefits to, Lan says, are there other benefits to the camera? Easier to use, might help you decide. No, the way this is set up, I'm doing this strictly for you guys, just so you can see the texture on my face without me having to constantly get up here, stand up in the camera, and then sometimes this stupid thing doesn't focus. And the whole thing is so that you guys can see the texture on my face. I want you to see my pores. I want you to see that what you would see if I was standing with you in person. Now, obviously, you need light. If I could show you a picture in here of what would happen if there was no light, you can't see anything. So obviously, you need light. But, just this setup, all I do is, because I'm filming on a webcam, it's an HD webcam. I come in here, I hit QuickTime, and then I just go. There's no setup. Everything's figured out. Part of the new camera setup is figuring it out. Okay. So I've had this for a while and figured this out. But so far in what I'm doing, the way I'm having to set it up, I can't tell a difference between that camera and this one. It's not that much money better. Now, if I had more room, then that might make a difference. But yeah, it's just first world problems. Teresa says that TikTok, wait a minute. Connie says, what's the privacy? I have VPN though. I have VPN too. And recently I did get offered a sponsorship, guys. I got offered a sponsorship from a VPN company, but I had to turn it down because what does that have to do with this channel? Nothing. Has nothing to do with this channel. So I turned it down. So maybe at a future time or something, but I have a VPN too. Teresa says TikTok has me laughing out loud. How can you watch in bed? I drive my husband crazy when he's trying to sleep. Well, that's easy, Teresa. We don't sleep together. Did you guys not know this? I think I've told it before. Shy Guy and I don't sleep together anymore. We would kill each other. We haven't slept together since our last child was born. 20-some years. I think he's 24 now. No. Do you guys forget how old your kids are? Because I sure do. No, we don't sleep in the same bed because we would kill each other. If he snores, and every time he does it, I want to be like, I can't stand that. He snores so loud. And it's like, oh my gosh, we would fight trying to get who could get to sleep first, right? Because the other one is not sleeping. And then me, I'm a saint. I don't do anything in my sleep. Apparently, not only do I wrestle with a 600-pound gorilla every night, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I have been tempted to, I don't know anything that would have that kind of, record time, but put this stupid MacBook or something on me and film me sleeping so that I know what it is I'm doing at night. But one thing I do know is that, and you guys can tell, I have these gaps. Now, this is because I'm aging also, but there's a tooth gone right back here. This last tooth, this last molar back here is gone. You want to know why? Because I gritted it out of my head. Yeah, I grind my teeth at night. And this is such an obnoxious noise. He actually recorded it one night so that I could hear. And he just comes in with this tape recorder and he presses play on it. And I go, what is that? I mean, that was the most obnoxious noise I've ever heard. Lots more obnoxious than his snoring even. He goes, that's you. Gritting your teeth. You're like, wow, gritting your teeth so hard. And I did it so hard that this tooth back here fell out of my head. Now there's this gap back here. And so I have a mouth guard that I'm supposed to wear at night to keep me from, grinding my teeth, right? But, and it worked. It worked for a little while. Then clever sleeping Mary figured out how to stick my tongue like that between the guard and where that missing tooth is. And I can just pop it out of my mouth. And apparently I pop this out of my mouth at night and throw it. So I'd love to have the time back that I have spent actually looking for this stupid mouth guard. But anyway, so since this tooth is gone, when I grind my teeth, they move, all right? And there's constantly a gap right here. And you guys hear me doing that all the time in FritzyNESS. There didn't used to be these spaces between my teeth, but they move because I keep gritting my teeth at night. Anyway, because of my gritting of my teeth and rolling around, punching and everything else at night, I must be really stressed out. And his snoring, we found that, because, it could get really bad if we tried to sleep in the same room. So that's how. I can sleep in my bed and watch anything I want and giggle and everything else, and I'm not going to wake him up because we don't sleep in the same bed. Let me back up here, see what everybody's saying. Does he, wait a minute, back up farther. Same Mary, hot flashes. I am really getting hot in here. Hey, Mary, my Indiana neighbor. You look fabulous today. Oh, hello, Julie Chitty. Didn't see you come in. Ashley N says, I haven't had any interest in TikTok. Well, I didn't think I would either, but they keep doing these funny things and they're just so short. I just got time to watch one. This won't take very long. And then the next thing you know, you're scrolling up and watching all these. And okay, so Teresa says, why? I'm a snorer, have sleep apnea, and wear a CPAP. He needs to go get checked. Well, yeah, go tell him that, though. He will not go get checked. Does he have sleep apnea? Probably, but he won't get checked. Jeannie says, John calls me a fish. Julie says, Teresa, great minds. I have sleep apnea. Teeth are overrated. I used to have really pretty teeth, but I have a gum disease called pyorrhea that I inherited from my dad on the bottom. So, one of these days, my teeth will probably just fall out on the bottom. And then the top, of course, is getting all messed up from, and I really work at my teeth, and it's still happening. Mary, you just scared my cat. What did I do? It just scared. Oh, the snoring, I bet. Teresa says, I look like Darth Vader when I go to sleep. If I'm not in the mood, I hear him coming upstairs. I put my mask on. That reminds me of that scene in What Women Want. Remember when Mel Gibson can hear them and he's figured out that he can hear them, and the girl is thinking that she just takes an aspirin and it does the trick every time when she's not Advil. She just pops an Advil when she's not in the mood, and it works like a charm every time. And he calls her out on that. That just reminded me of that. Maria says, Julie, my church, Northgate Inn. Oh, okay, that was just for her. Wow, Mary, mask. I think Connie says, I have a good thing for hormone replacement 67 here. It works so good. I have urges again and it helps with my appetite. I don't know that I want urges again because I was crazy. Okay. There was a time when I was a crazy woman. Oh, hang on. I got to switch legs here. Yeah. Then one day, oh, sorry about that. Look, I would do this cute little thing here, but look at that. Over the shoulder boulder holder. Now I have permanent indents in my shoulders that you would always see if I see, because this is like a really wide, that's why I had that other shirt on, but I'm hot. And do you care about this? No. I'm sure that a lot of you probably have the same problem. But anyway, so okay, I think we're talking about hormone replacements or something now, which I don't really care about because I don't want to turn into the crazy woman again. Teresa says, yes, Mary, your teeth look beautiful here on YouTube, and that's all that matters. Oh my gosh, you are too funny. Teresa says, no boulder holder for me, but my daughter, woo, I think it skips a generation. Isn't that funny how you're never really satisfied? I mean, I know women who have, the itty bitty pitty club. My poor girlfriend, I'll tell you this story about her. And I guess we need to think about calling it a day because it's, you guys don't want to keep watching. I mean, it's fun for the people who are here, but the people who watch it back, I think at some point they're going to go, will you shut up? We went to my BFF from high school. I shouldn't tell this. Okay, I'll go ahead and just tell this one. Let me think. Fast forward through my memory. Anything in there I need to cut out? This is live, Okay. Okay, you guys are just going to have to put up with seeing my bra strap because I'm going to lose the bra if I try and do the Melissa 55 thing where I keep the straps down there. I'm going to lose it. So, yeah, I got too much. I love my itty bitties. Yeah. Okay. I've always wanted itty bitties. She does have itty bitties, or did have. After she had kids, that all changed. But when we were younger, bye, Cindy. People were saying bye, Cindy. Oh, there's Carrie. I didn't see Carrie was in here. Okay, so what's that bomb? The bombs are on there. Did I drop a bomb? No. Anyway, so do you guys remember Jenny Craig? Who remembers Jenny Craig? All right, so is there still a Jenny Craig? I don't know. But there used to be a gym here for Jenny Craig. And, oh, hi, Bella. Bella says, one of the good things about being older with big boobs is when I take my bra off, it pulls the wrinkles out of my face. That is hilarious, Bella. What are we going to do with you? Shh, I'm going to wake up my son. Okay. Kay Burley Storm says, what is your favorite green eyeshadow palette? I love green and have green eyes. Oh, that's easy. It's the e.l.f. The e.l.f. little bite size is my favorite green eyeshadow palette. That comes as a palette. There's green eyeshadows I love that aren't, they're singles. But anyway, I don't remember where I was. That was so funny. Jenny Craig. Okay, yeah, so Jenny Craig. Okay, so I think it might have been kind of like maybe Weight Watchers, but they had this gym, right? And you would go there and then they would weigh you and take your measurements and stuff. And they'd talk with you about your goals and what you wanted to improve on and all this stuff. And then you would have to come, I think Weight Watchers does. And we would come back in a week and get back on the scale, go through the measurements thing again. And it was quite humiliating, actually, but we were young. Was it curves? No, but I know what curves is. No, it was sort of like what I imagine a Weight Watchers meeting is, but it had exercise equipment there. All right. So, and then they would talk with you about your goals, and then they would take you around and show you what exercises to do to accomplish those goals. And her plan was different than my plan. So she had itty bitties and I'm top heavy. So, oh, look at the Aussie art. That's cute, Connie. All right, so we go there. Our plan is different. Her plan was she wanted her itty bitties to be bigger. So she's going to take her hands together like so, all right, and she's going to push like this against her hands, all right? And you just do this. Oh, I thought it was making a fart noise. Anyway, so you're going to do this, right? And you're just going to keep doing this, and you can feel that that does work, okay? Oh, she's doing this to music and stuff. She's going to town doing that. We go back the next week, and they take the measurements, and she lost inches doing the exercise. So what do? I'm like, wow, okay, I'm going to do that exercise then. She took me all night long. Yeah, I'm doing mine to exercise music, which is anything that gets you moving. And we go back the next week, and dang it, if I didn't grow. So I don't know, maybe that's why that place closed. Maybe doing that kind of thing doesn't actually work. I don't know, but yeah, that's one story. Anyway. Teresa says, I must increase my bust. Yeah, that's what that is. I must increase my bust. I must. No, I must raise up my bust. I must raise up my bust. Oh, do you remember remember the thing that you would get on that had the belt that went around you and it would like shake you? Did that ever do anything except make people want to throw up? Or the one where you go put your thigh against it and it's got like rollers that go like skinny, big, and then you lean into it and it goes around like this and beats what? The cellulite off of your leg? I don't know. Bella says, I want to try bungee jumping. Halfway down, they will be like what they were in 15 years. Bella, I did not know you were so hilarious. Come back to the U.S. I want to hang out with you. Lord knows I'll never have enough money to come see you. Bonnie says, the bigger, the better, the tighter, the sweeter. I remember that. You know what that made me remember is the Louis Prima song. Which one is that? The closest to the bone, sweeter is the meat. What is that song? How many ladies in here know Louis Prima? Lan says, when I was 20, I was 34D. At 50, I'm 34 long. You guys are hilarious. Wait a minute. What's Connie said, I do a lot of muscle shakes, collagen peptide mix. Oh, does that work? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I need to understand why she would say that. Is it in response to what? I do remember curves because I had a girlfriend that belonged to it. Now that was one where they had like all the exercise stuff in a circle, right? And then they would figure out a plan for you. And was it? Did they figure out a plan? And then you would like just do all of the things in a circle, kind of like a circuit. And then once you got to the end, you would leave, right? So I never was in a curves, but I think I know what it is. Lori says, I can get a pedicure and a mammo at the same time. Teresa, I can't jump, rope, skip, trip, cough, or hiccup. I depends. I used to. I'm getting to the point. See, now I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know that they only last so long. It does make sense though. But I think I had my sling put in 2016. And it's still working, though I thought, before that I needed to buy stock and poise. But now I am starting to have to rush to go to the bathroom. I'm still making it, but I'm like, oh, I didn't know. And I've been careful, pretty much. I've been careful not to run, jump, because the first thing I wanted to do after I was free was get on a trampoline. I thought, well, that'll be fun. And then my BFF said, no, we're not supposed to do that. It'll make it come undone faster. And I go, what do you mean come undone? Like, I thought this was a one-time thing. I'm not doing. I want to have a neck lift. I don't want to do a bladder thing again. I want to do a neck lift. I know that is so shallow, right? But if I had the money, I'd do it. I would get what they call a micro neck lift. And I watched it. So I'm thinking, hey, Peter, there you are. Remember that movie, Hook? There you are, Peter. I want to look like that. I want to look like that. That's what I want to look like. Dang you, new face. You're supposed to pull it all the way back. Seriously, the results from the new face. If you guys didn't see that, I did that video yesterday. I know not a lot of people wanted to see that. I can tell by the views on it. But that video, there was things I should have said in that video that I didn't say, like what it is. Poor Ashley. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I didn't say in that video that it's a microcurrent device. Hello, not everybody knows that. It's only going to be something that matters a little bit. For instance, this is never going to go away without plastic surgery. I know that. And my doctor, my dermatologist lady, she told me that. Okay, because I asked her, because I thought, what if you do, this, or maybe you could do that? And she just laughs at me. She thinks I'm funny. She's like, no, you're not going to get rid of that without surgery. And I'm like, wow, how cruel and mean. Lie to me. So I know that that's probably as much as it's going to get. But yeah, I don't know. Shy Guy doesn't see the point. He says, I love you the way you are. There's no point in spending that money. I'm like, okay. You just remember that when that hot young thing comes into your life, that you said not to do it. Why the heck not makes up for the bladder? Yeah, I mean, they cost the same thing. How vain am I that I would pick that over fixing my bladder again? Really? If having the bladder fixed had taken away all the UTIs, there would be no question that I would do that again. But it didn't. I did it. The reason I did it was to stop having reoccurring UTIs. I thought that's what was doing it, but that's not what was doing it. We still don't know what's causing it. But, tried just about everything. And I just can't help showing my damn bra, can I? There. Okay. There. Now we fixed it. Depends over your face. You know what? I wondered if, can we use poise pads as the inside of our bandana masks? I thought about it. I thought about putting like a poise pad, taking the plastic thing off the back, and then putting the poise pad inside the bandana mask. Okay, so Bella's off to fix dinner. Yeah, because it would be what, about 5:30 in the UK, or where you're at now. Jeannie says, I've had my bladder done twice so far, and it doesn't last. I need diapers. How long does it last? Because it's been 4 years. Yeah, I know, Ashley, and some things I should not say out loud. But I wondered, would it help? It's another layer of protection. I have wondered the same thing about the poise pad. See, Kimberly thought of it too. So Terry said, I just saw that on Facebook today. Really? So see, I'm not that weird. Other people are thinking of it too. But I mean, I know that it's not going to be. All right, I'll tell you a secret, guys. I ordered Hoover HEPA vacuum bags. They're coming in today. And I did that solely to cut out and put inside of my mask if I go to the grocery store, because I figure that's got to give me one of the best chances, right? I can't get an N95 mask. I can't sew, but I can cut out a HEPA filter from a vacuum and put it between the layers of my folded up mask, and that should help a little more. Wait, what's this Botox up my bladder? What? Ashley Ann says, I think I saw a picture of a guy with a maxi pad stuck to his face in a post on Facebook about bad masks. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think that it's going to keep out the virus, of course, but would it slow it down more? A coffee filter. Okay. Hairdresser said, oh, hello, hairdresser. I heard on my hairdresser site that Sephora didn't treat their people as well as Ulta during the shutdown. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Not at all. Doesn't surprise me even a little bit. Christina says, I need to go. Loved being a part of the Chit Chat. Oh, well, hugs. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I probably should wind this down. We are going, yeah, we've been here an hour and a half, guys. And as much as I'd love to stay here all day, I think we need to get off here. Julie says, make sure the HEPA filters don't contain any chemicals. I'm an assistant manager of an industrial HVAC company. Some filters have chemicals in them. Oh, how will I know? Does it say on the back of them? I use the vacuum to suck out the wrinkles. People use vacuum cleaners to suck out things. I'm not going there. I'm just not. All right. Kay Burley Storm says, no, don't go. Oh, I know, guys. 6 months for me in my lips. Huh? What's 6? Oh, Botox. Wait a minute. Did somebody get Botox shots in their bladder? You can also use, Gail says, hi, Gail. You can also use interface material like Pellin brand that's used in sewing. Okay. Oh, several of you in the Fritzy family are doing your part, using your sewing skills to make masks. And that just touches my heart. Thank you so much for your part in that. You guys are so great. And yes, okay, wait a minute. I can't go yet. I got to know about this Botox in the bladder thing. Because I'll tell you what, my pain doctor was talking about shooting Botox up my back because the muscles in my back just never let go. They're just constantly in spasm. And so they were talking like, shooting my back full of Botox. And I was like, I'll only do that if when I roll over, you can do something about it. No, I'm just kidding. But I wondered, that got my attention when you said that. Botox in the bladder? And Karen says, as long as you use the non-woven type Pellin. Well, I got to be honest with you, Karen. I don't even know what Pellin is. So we have to look that up first. Jean says, you can use a coffee filter in your mask. Okay. What does the coffee filter actually work? Jeannie, you know what, honey? I did not realize you cannot tell when you watch you how much pain you're in. And I realize that you can't tell that about me either. I mean, I'm all over the place and stuff, but I guarantee you, Jeannie said something in her video yesterday, which, by the way, you looked absolutely gorgeous in that color, and your eye makeup was stellar on point. When she said when she stands up, she can't walk. You should see me, guys. When I shut this camera off and I stand up out of this chair to go walk to the door, somebody give me like a walker or something to kind of help me, because it'll take me a little bit before I can walk, and when she said that in her video, I was like, I know exactly what she's talking about. But she was talking in her video about how she got hit by a bus, and that really got my attention. I got hit by a car once, but it was my fault. I walked in front of the car, and it was downtown when the light, when the walk light comes on. I wasn't paying attention. We didn't even have cell phones in. I wasn't paying attention. Who knows what I was doing? Probably reading a book. I can read a book while walking down the street. I don't know, but for some reason, I walked when there was no walk. And this guy went, and he was stopped, thankfully, but boom, up on the hood of the car and stuff. I can't imagine getting hit by a bus. No, I was hit in the rear. I was in a car. Oh, okay. I thought you were. Why did I think your person was hit by a bus? Getting hit by a car, if you're in the car too, getting hit by a bus is not good. That would certainly hurt. I got hit once when I was in a van at a stoplight. These people were both asleep in their car, and they were driving down the road asleep, and they had come back from vacation, and boom, ran right into me. And their car actually went, the hood of their car, not the windshield and back, but the hood of their car actually went underneath the van. And the van I was in, thank goodness I had a seatbelt on, because you could see bruised seatbelt on me. And that sent me to the hospital in labor with my sleeping son. Love you, Mary, and our brat pack. God bless all. Stay home and stay safe. Yes, everybody stay safe. And I do want to go out and drive my car, since I fixed sink all by myself. I did. I fixed the sink. Let me tell you how, in case it happens to you. Now, I don't know if this happened because my car sat for so long, not being driven, because my son is behind me. It's easier to just take his car, right? So Candy is sitting in the driveway, not getting driven. And I never really even thought that gas can go bad in your car if you don't drive it. Anyway, I don't know if this is what caused this. It's sitting, not being drove, because it needs new tires. All right. So that's the thing. Otherwise, Jeannie, we would have already had lunch. Okay. But I don't trust driving that car on the interstate. It needs new tires. I'm scared to death I'm going to have a blowout. But anyway, the sync button stopped working, so I can't tell it Bluetooth audio. Well, now I don't want my car. If I can't play my music in my car, I don't want it. The USB port also was bad. So I get online and I search, okay, and I'm start reading the Mustang forums and stuff, and I figure out that I need to check the fuse and where it is. So I crawl. How on earth a man that's wider than me in the shoulders could do this? I don't know. The fuse box for the Mustang. I mean, I almost got stuck in there. I'm like upside down in the car trying to get the fuse cover off of this thing. Anyway, I get it off there. I get the fuse out. I'm so proud of myself. It ain't broke. The fuse is fine. So I go watch it. I find a guy who's having the same problem. I watch his YouTube video, and the people in the comments, I read the comments. I don't normally do that, but I read my comments, but I don't read other people's videos comments. But I did this video, and people were saying, go in there and like unhook the battery. So, okay, pop the hood, undo the battery. That didn't fix anything. So last night I'm sitting in there and I'm going through the menu and I see factory reset, and I hit it, and for some reason that fixed it. So I'm like, I fixed my car all by myself. It plays my music now, so now I won't sell it. And Shy Guy's like, you don't sell the car because you can't play your music. And I'm like, I know. When I was a teenager, I wanted this Nova. And the reason that I wanted it is because it had a really boss stereo system in it. Not because of the car at all. And my dad's like, Mary, you don't buy a car because of the stereo system. So obviously, the most important thing to me in a car is dancing around while I'm driving. Right? Jean says, hasn't been tested on the coffee filter, but it's an extra layer. True. Okay, so, all right, still talking about the coffee filter. You should start your car once a week for about 15 to 20 minutes, if not driving it. I think that was the problem, Connie, is that it had just It's just sitting out there not doing anything, and I need to. So I want to get in my car and go down the road racing because there ain't nobody out there. And the cops apparently aren't watching because you should have seen me flying down 31. D says, I had a red Nova for years, loved it. Yeah, my first car was I need to calm this down. I'll tell you what it was. It was a 1969 Impala. We need to cut this off because people are going to be so mad. A chair dance in the truck to loud music all the time. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Hi, Sherry. Love your haircut. Do a twirl so we can see the back. Oh, dare I? Okay. Well, who knows what it looks like now because it's been, it's awful. It needs heck, I guess we'll both know what it looks like. Now this part won't stay down. I don't know. Do I got like my whirls showing? I don't know. Julie, do a factory reset on your car and see if that fixes it. That fixed mine because I was on the verge of buying a Bluetooth speaker for my car so I can listen to my music. Because guys, I gave away all the CDs. Why would you need CDs? Why would I need CDs if I can play my Bluetooth music? Hi, Trish. But no, I don't need that. Yeah, so it was important to fix it. I don't want to listen to the DJs talk. I want to hear the music. So try the factory reset and see if that works. And Jeannie, you had a 69 Camaro. So did Shy Guy. He did. He had a 69 Camaro Super Sport. So Kimberly says, I had been without a car for a while and finally got one the week we went on lockdown. I know somebody who just got a new car and went on lockdown. I've only driven it 3 times. Isn't that terrible? Today, I get to road trip to Joann Fabrics and curbside pickup. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with us driving, right? We're in a car by ourselves. So I say get out there and take a drive, you know? All right. All right, Emily says bye, and I need to be pushing off too. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you so much for my moderators being here. Thank you guys for being you and hanging with me. This is so much fun. I feel like I'm closer to you guys when we do these live streams. I really do, even though I can't hear you. I wish I could see and hear you. I think that that would be so awesome if we could actually see each other, if we could actually speak to each other. I think that would be so fun. Maybe one of these days we'll have to try and do some kind of a meetup. I don't know. Now that my panicky stuff has, oh, Lord, maybe I could do that. I don't know. All right, so the police here will get you if you speed down the highway. Well, see, that's just it. There was no police. Or I definitely wouldn't have done it. There was nobody out. Maria says a couple weekends ago, I drove around my town and honked like crazy, passing homes of whom I knew. I can't believe I said goodbye and now here I am again. The internet is lame. We didn't have anyone have to be kicked out, did we? I don't know why that reminded me of that, but we didn't have anybody have to get kicked out today. All right, guys, I love you so much. And yeah, if you're not having a blessed day, you know what to do, right? Fritzy family, you guys are the best part. Come and give me a hug. Hug. Big hug, big hug, big hug. All right. Love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. All right? Love you. Love you. See ya. Bye. And I'm out.